Hello, Aries. Welcome to your yearly reading for 2023. This is for Aries, Sun, and Rising. And, this week I decided to skip next week because there's not a lot happening next week. And I thought this would be a really good opportunity to actually sneak in your preview for what to expect for 2023. All right. Now, listen, this is going to be not as... It's going to be relatively calm compared to 2022, so that's the good news. The second news for you, the great news for you, Aries, is that Jupiter has gone back into your sign, okay? So from January until May, you are going to have the best year that you've had since 2011, okay? And a lot of y'all have already felt it, okay? Because you've had that in your sign for a good portion of 2022, but we're extending it. A lot of the other alignments are so harmonious, so, new job, new relationship, new home. I mean, things couldn't be better. The better news is that starting in May, Jupiter goes into Taurus. Okay, that's your second house. So, are you going to make more money? Possibly the most that you've made in about, over a decade, which is really great. A lot of y'all are going to have a good sense of value, what's important to you, self-value as well, material possessions. So what I'm going to do my my traditional Celtic cross spread for you for 2023. Then I'm going to break it down, all right, by quarter, all right? And then if we have to go into the month to see what's going on every month, we'll do that, all right? I want you to know, Aries, you should already mark down, if you're at your computer or whatever, or if you have a pen, mark down March 21st, because we have a new moon in your sign, which is really great, okay? And then we also have a full moon in your sign on September 29th. So those are two powerful, they're going to affect you the most, obviously, because you're an Aries, okay? Now, there's a lot of different transits happening this month, so you'll see that I will be looking at my notes because I wrote down every transit, and I'm going to throw these into the description box too. There's a lot. March is huge, okay? March is huge. Saturn is actually going into Pisces for you, Aries. Do you know what that means? That's going into your 12th house, okay? And so you're going to be, until 2025. 12th house is good. I remember when Saturn was in my 12th house, okay? You go deep, all right? It's your subconscious. You unroot a lot of things, all right? And that helps you grow, and that opens doors for you, all right? So that's one of the biggest aspects. And then as you know, well, maybe you don't know, and that's why I'm here to tell you, Pluto's going into Aquarius, all right? For the first time in many years, Pluto is finally changing signs. It's it's a dwarf planet, right? But it's one of the most powerful planets. It packs a huge punch. All right, so it's going into Aquarius only for a few months, so that's why I'm not going to talk about it, because it goes back into Capricorn, then goes into Aquarius for a long time. So we're not going to spend too much time on that, but again, I will break down every aspect that is happening. Aries, did you know that we have an eclipse actually in your sign this year? We're going to talk about that. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. This is, again, for Aries, Sun, and Rising. Again, for 2023, what to expect for you. All right, so again, I'll do a spread for you for the year. We're going to break it down, okay, by quarter and then by month if we have to, if we need a lot more clarity in that way. All right, so Aries, how you doing? I love you so much. Thank you for being here. All my subscribers, this is the first time I've done this. As you know, I've been doing tarot since, many of y'all have been born. But no, I'm just joking. But I'm new to YouTube, and I've never done one of these for YouTube before for each sign, and I know that there's going to be a lot to cover, but that's why I say it's going to be a preview, because we will obviously go into it month by month, week by week, when we get into it, because I do that every week and every month. But for this reading, stay tuned to the end. I'll break it down by month, because remember, we have that eclipse, and I want you to know what's going to happen with for you, all right? Just know that this is going to be a great year for you. This is going to be an amazing year for you. I've heard, look at this, okay? Come on. You got the Page of Swords. Listen, you're ready. This is 2022, moving into 2023. You are ready. Nothing's holding you back. He is so eager. He's so, the Page of Swords, newbie, right? Ushering a new change, new opportunity, but the sword is the mental suit. So we're in this new headspace, all right? New mind frame, but a lot of enthusiasm to the point where Aries, you're really fiery, right? I make this analogy all the time. Page of Swords is that guy. Think of if you're on like a camping trip and you've hiked 30 miles and everybody wants to take a 20-minute break. This is the guy who 2 minutes into the break is like, all right, everybody, let's go. That's how eager you are into moving into 2023. Now, look what you got in the heart of your spread. You got the Knight of Pentacles, okay? You got the Knight of Pentacles, and this is all about long-term commitments. You are in it to win it. Remember, when Jupiter goes into your Taurus, that's going to be your second house of income. That is going to be your second house of values, material possessions. Look at this. Knight of Pentacles, the only knight whose horse isn't going anywhere. And the reason for that is because this is the knight who likes to sow his seeds and reap his rewards no matter how long it takes. This is all about commitment. You're going to be committing to some big new things that have come into your life or will come into your life, okay? To see that money grow, to see that wealth grow. It's all about investing right now, okay? Now, if you are not here for career, if that doesn't matter to you, this is the Pentacles are earthbound, all right? So it is our tangible reality. It is our physical reality in our world, okay? So whether it's home, it's the home, you want to make a long-term commitment with family or home, you are in it to win it. The one thing that I do want to point out is you did get the Queen of Cups in your challenge area. So this is going to be the year that you may be so laser focused, okay? So laser focused on your passions and things, and a lot of just focusing on money is going to be a big thing for you, okay? You're going to have that wealth come in, all right? Now listen, when that does, I don't want you to forget about your emotions, all right? Queen of Cups is very maternal. She's very intuitive. She's very psychic. She leads with her heart. Now listen, when she comes up in the challenge area, especially with your commitments, put all your heart and soul into it. Don't just say, oh, I want to be rich, all right? And make a lot of money and have everything and be comfortable. No, put your heart into it too. I want this wealth because I've earned it and I deserve it, and my family, I want to take care of them, and I'm doing this for the good of everything in my world. All right, and I'm not saying none of y'all are this is just the cards are just saying, don't forget your heart. Don't forget to have that emotional investment. You did get the Five of Cups, the Pentacles in your crown. Listen, there is going to be a part of you where, this is a card of abandonment and feeling lonely and lost, and even some financial loss here too. And it's almost like, the main message is there are concerns about that. Some Aries are in a period, and I can guarantee you it will be the first quarter where you're going to be in this mode where you're like, I'm not making as much money as I should, okay? Or there could be some sort of loss with a job or investment, something like that, that makes you feel a little like, ugh. But know that, especially looking at your entire year ahead, you have absolutely nothing to worry about, okay? So it is a good time to, if you need to, don't focus on anything negative. Know that if there is any sort of loss, it's only because there's something else coming that is going to be meant for you. Look what you got in the heart of your spirit. You got the Knight of Pentacles, all right? So again, commitments here. Now, you did get the Seven of Cups. This is in the root of your spread, right? So for 2023, you may want a lot of different things, okay? I'm not surprised. Jupiter's in your first house, okay? First house. This is, again, going to be the best year that you've had for the first half of the year, the best year that you've had since 2011, okay? And when you have one of those years, there's a lot of different things that you want. You want to start this. You have this idea. You want this rolling. You want this going. Just focus on that one thing, right? Know what you really want. Know what you really want. What do you really exactly want that's going to fulfill you emotionally, okay? Now, I don't want temporary happiness. I don't want any of that. You have the Knight of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. What is going to fulfill you emotionally for a long time, all right? I want you to think about that, and then you can branch out to those other things that you want, and then you can pull those things in, okay? Just don't be scattered because you want to be laser focused on that one thing. Now, you did get the Six of Pentacles in your future, a lot of Aries for 2023. This is a great, because Knight of Pentacles in the heart of your spread, and then you've got the Six of Pentacles in your future area, okay? And so this is generosity. This is sharing the wealth. And you see the scale in his hand, that generosity, the wealth sharing, you know, just understanding the balance between giving and receiving is so good, right? The energy flows so much better. So that is the balance that's coming into your life. Just having that knowledge, again, you are going to have money come in. This is you're gonna have salary on your mind too, okay? And for some of y'all, you're going to be sharing it, you know, sharing that wealth. And when I say sharing the wealth, this is almost like family energy. Like, now I can buy my son the car that he wanted. Now I can, you know, whatever. But also through these experiences that you have, when I say wealth, I'm talking about wealth in all areas of your life. I'm talking about sharing the deep knowledge you've gained, okay? I'm talking about sharing all those things that will bring value to other people as well, okay? And if you are someone that needs that, you're going to get it. All right, it's in your future. Now, let's take a look at your staff, Aries. I am so excited for you. If you're new to my channel, by the way, would be great if you like, subscribe, and leave comments. I love them. And if you're not a commenter, which I know a lot of people are not, emojis. I love emojis. I don't care if it's a boot or a middle finger. It always puts a smile on my face when someone leaves an emoji. Thank you so much. And if you're a subscriber, you know I love you. Thanks so much for being here with me. You really make my, you've been, I love you so much, okay? I'm not even, you're gonna make me cry. Let's get started. You got the world. You are ready. All right, you are ready, Aries. You are, 2023 isn't just a new you, it's a new era for you, okay? The world, we're at the end of the major arcanas, okay? We're at the end of this major journey. We're moving into this new era, okay? A lot of victory, a lot of success. Think about 2022. Think about everything that you've achieved. Think about all the accomplishments you've had. Think about where you were at January 2022 and where you are now. You're amazing, okay? And so what comes after this journey? A new journey, all right? And I'm very excited for you. You have the Queen of Swords. I'm not surprised the Queen of Swords came up, and I love that the Queen of Swords came up. So it came up in your external factors area. Someone's going to be very important and significant in your life, okay? Could be a male or female. This is just feminine energy, really feminine energy, but almost like powerful feminine energy. I mean, she is the Queen of Swords, okay? This is intelligence, honesty. This is head above the clouds. This is authority. This is someone who does not F around. I mean, do you see any water in this card? No. Leave emotions at the door. This is all just knowing things logically, practically, what works. Someone's going to be that person for you this year. I'm very excited for you. Also, it looks like your year is going to be based on your personal achievements, public recognition, victory, success. That's all you want this year, okay? That's what you want for yourself, okay? And now look, your final outcome, you got the Knight of Wands. All right, you got the Knight of Wands. You have the Knight of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. Your final outcome, the Knight of Wands. This is the Knight who just kind of just go, here, I'm going to put my thing down a little bit so you can see a little more. Nine of Wands just goes for it. I mean, this is really fiery. You're a fire sign. Knights are fire. Wands are fire. I mean, come on, what is coming out of his helmet? So I love this synchronicity here. This is amazing, all right? This is the Wands represent our passions, okay? Going for our passions, ideas, but also work-related. A lot of work-related, a lot of work-related energy with this card. Really just going, just on a mission to just turn that wand into this growing, beautiful, blossoming. I mean, you see the leaves sprouting from it, right? You're great. Now, here we go, Aries. Like I said, we're going to break it down January to March, the first quarter. Listen, here's the thing about January. I want you to know that Mercury is going to be retrograde up until, mid-January. And then what else is going on? It really just doesn't. Mars is also retrograde until mid-January, all right? So Mars is going direct on January 12th, and Uranus is going, Uranus is retrograde. So 3 planets retrograde until middle, like January 20th. So I want you to know that January 2023 doesn't actually kick off until about mid-January. And the reason I say that, you just may not feel like anything's happening the first few weeks of January. So don't get frustrated. Don't get, right? And then I want you to know in February, we have a really big new moon in Pisces. That is going to be on February 20th. And again, Pisces is going to be in your 12th house, okay? So there's going to be some, even though new moons are, bring new beginnings, that's going to happen for you, and it could be like a new perspective into looking into things. But I feel like you're going to have some closure around that time around certain things as well. Now, the last thing is March. March is the biggest month, the biggest month of the year, okay? Not only is Saturn moving into Pisces, remember that's your 12th house, okay? Your subconscious, all right? If you have any things that are attached to, like, subconsciously, things that are holding you back, we're digging those out at this point, all right? And this is also, Saturn is a planet of stability and infrastructure, and I love Pisces. I mean, Pisces is the dreamer. I mean, it is intuitive. And so this is going to be, a couple years that Saturn is in Pisces. It's leaving Aquarius. But the other thing is Pluto does go into Aquarius, one of the biggest aspects in a while, all right? Because Pluto takes forever. It's the furthest outer planet, so it takes forever to orbit. But again, I'm not going to talk about that one too much, because that one is definitely, it's only in Aquarius for 3 months, goes back into Capricorn, and then it goes into Aquarius for a while. So what can we expect for the first quarter for you, Aries? You got the King of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Eight of Pentacles, okay? So, Jupiter in your sign. First of all, King of Pentacles, come on, billionaire, all right? Billionaire. So the first quarter of 2023, you're going to be sitting in that throne. You're going to be sitting in that throne. Look at his hand on top of the pentacle, and that's really important. Every little detail in tarot is very important, FYI. This is owning your wealth. This is owning your money. So this is really great. This is, look, he has all the resources he needs, okay? This is really amazing because, as I said, you have Jupiter in your sign. Jupiter is going into Taurus, into your house of salary, all right? Material possessions, okay? Resources, all of that. Even food. If food's a thing for you, that's a second house too. But listen, you got the Lovers, okay? So, I love this for you, all right? A lot happening in this card. The only thing I'm going to point out for you right now is, because I don't want to spend like an hour, I don't want you to go through an hour of this reading. I want you to know you're going to have options, all right? You're going to have options in January to March, okay? Whether it's relationships in love or career or partnerships in general, okay? This is amazing. You can see Archangel Raphael here. He's gifting the love, all right? So it's up to you to decide what to do with it. So you will have choices. And when I say love, again, yes, very relationship heavy, but because of your main spread, I see a lot of it's going to be career-wise too. So you could have a lot of new job opportunities coming through, even opportunities for promotions, or maybe some of y'all will go off on your own and start your own business, but you're going to work your butt off. Look at that. You got the 8 of Pentacles. So I love that you're getting all these Pentacles. Again, remember, money is money, wealth, salary, and security and comfort in that area. Just financial comfort and security is going to be a big thing. Now, this guy, you can see he's removed himself from the village, all right, to work on these Pentacles. Very hardworking, very focused, laser focused, all right? And so you see the castle in the background. Aries, that's all yours. You keep doing you. Looks like you're going to be working really hard for exactly what you want, okay? But I want you to know, we're at 8 at this point, right? You're good. You're so close to getting exactly what you want. Now, the one other thing is that you're starting to build your legacy. The decisions that you make in, January to March, you're really, really going to have an eye on who am I? What do I want to leave behind as my legacy? What do I need to think about for my family? What do I want to think about myself? Now, let's move on to April to June, okay? So April 4/20, all right? We all giggle. 4/20, April 20th, we have that major solar eclipse in your sign. This is the same day the sun goes into Taurus, okay? This is, we move into Taurus season, and as we know, this is all starting to lead up to all, the second house of money and salary and whatnot. And then in May, we have a lunar eclipse in Scorpio. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because I want you to pay attention. It's linked to the one that we had in October of this year, okay? So think about what may have come up around that time, all right? Now, because that was a new moon. This is in Scorpio, and this is a a lunar eclipse in Scorpio, all right, Aries? And that was your 8th house, okay? That is your 8th house of death and rebirth, all right? Remember, we're moving into a new era, all right? It's also other people's resources, okay? So money, whether it's an inheritance, whether it's bonus, commission, you could be paying off debt at this time. And then also sex is a big thing, all right? Let's not beat around the bush. No pun intended. I didn't mean to. Anyway, sorry, it's really early here. May 16th, Jupiter officially goes into Taurus, and that is the planet of luck going into Taurus, okay? That is your second house of salary, income, material possessions, and the things that you value. I really love that. So again, April to June, really, 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 really big season, okay? Mars is also going into Leo. I want you to know that. This is really high energy. That's going to happen around May 20th. So what can we expect for Aries for April, May to June? All right, so you got the Page of Wands, 4 of Cups, 8 of Swords. So here we go. You got the Page of Wands, all right? So I'm not even, Page of Wands is, you can expect newness around that eclipse in your sign, okay? You're going to, especially because, remember I said March 21st is that new moon in Aries. We're feeling that energy moving into April, all right? And then we have that eclipse on April 20th that's in your sign, okay? So, a lot of newness. Page brings in new energy, wants, passions, ideas, but also enterprise and work. So, some of y'all may have an idea for a new job. Some of y'all may have that job opportunity come through around this time, a new one that's a lot better for you. It could be something that you've never done before too, is a message that I'm getting. Now, here's another thing. You did get the Four of Cups, so around this time, I want you to be grateful for everything that you have in your life. I want you to have so much appreciation because you've already gone through, there's the first half, of the month, there's a lot that's been happening, okay, especially March. March is a heavy, heavy month. And sometimes when we have all these major aspects that have happened, think about even this year around the eclipse season from October 25th to literally about now. A lot of big things, a lot of big changes have happened for you especially. There's been a lot going on, all right? So you did get the Eight of Swords. There could be a moment where you feel that there's too much happening, a lot overwhelming. And listen, I'm not surprised. You just had a solar eclipse in your sign, okay? A lot of, so eclipses are game changers, okay? Now, this is a solar eclipse. It's a new moon, okay? But think about Clark Kent turning into Superman. That's how powerful solar eclipses are. So, what I want you to do, because you did get the Eight of Swords come up, you'll have a lot going on in your head. Remember, I said all that activity with Saturn going into Pisces in your 12th house, the subconscious, okay? Now, what I want you to do at this point, you see her feet are free. She can wiggle out of this. So we call this like the victim card. This is where you actually like, oh my gosh, so much is happening, and it's all going up here now, all right? So I want you to spend some time really, really working on those things that you just don't need, that's affecting your mental space, right? And I know that's easier said than done, but it's okay to reach out to people. It's okay to, reach out to friends and family and your support system, but I just don't want you to get too caught up in your head around this point. There is a chance that could happen. Again, not only did we have a new moon in your sign, we had a solar eclipse in your sign, so I am not surprised, okay? That's real, that's a lot. And then we had that huge shift, okay? We're having that huge shift going into Taurus, but we all are so already coming out of that shift of Saturn going into Pisces in your 12th house. So it makes a lot of sense. When you, if this does happen, and because it showed up, you will have a moment where you're just having a little too much and there are some truths that you don't want to face. Remember, when Jupiter is in your 12th house, remember I said it digs up a lot, even like hidden enemies and things that you don't want to face, a lot of the shadow side stuff too. It's a good time to face it, okay? It's a good time to face it. Go at your comfort level though, all right? Go at your comfort level. You don't have to rush through anything, okay? Because you learn from it and you grow from it. You become a better person from it, all right? Now, July to September, Venus goes retrograde in Leo, all right? Venus retrogrades every 8 years in the same, listen, all I'm going to say is just think back to the summer of 2015. Think back to the summer of 2015. What happened around that time? Because you may see the same things come up. You might find closure around that time. This is going to be things that are related to some things that you were passionate about, desires. You could, maybe you were working on a book that you just never finished, or, you were seeing someone and, that person moved and you still have a thing for them. And, you never know. That's the big thing for between July to September. That's going to happen in July. Venus is going to go retrograde. Uranus is going to go retrograde in August. Don't worry about that for now. Mercury's going retrograde. So you see how all the planets are starting to go retrograde this fall, which means we're not going to have the full support of all these planets, okay? Mercury's retrograding in its ruling sign of Virgo, or planet. It's ruled by Virgo. And so that is really, it's going to be a big Mercury retrograde, but it's a really good time to really reassess things, okay? Really think about things. And then Jupiter actually goes retrograde in September. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 planets retrograde in fall, okay? 4 planets retrograde. So let's see what's going on for you. Yeah. Okay, now, this fall, you got the Tower. You got the Two of Cups. And you got the Nine of Wands. All right, so the Tower is a card that it is exactly as you see it, all right? It is chaos, destruction, things falling apart, system not working, things just, something unexpected happening in your life that's really challenging, okay? Very challenging. And then, listen, I want you to know something here. The tower moment doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. So something unexpected could happen and your whole world could feel like it's crumbling down, but it was meant to happen for you to bring this in. The Two of Cups, okay? This is, in layman's terms, soulmate energy, twin flame energy. And now, listen, this is not just love related. This is also career related, okay? New boss, new job, new company. This is two becoming one. This is one of the most beautiful cards. This is love transcending time and space. This is, remember, so this is like you having found the perfect job, the perfect lover, soulmate, right? This is beautiful. I love that for you. It's just saying that maybe there were some things that were not, that you thought were working out, or some things that you were going toward that possibly wasn't the right path for you. And the universe is saying, nope. We've been trying to send him signs. We've been trying to send signals. He's been, or he or she's been like turbocharging. So let's just give him the tower, or her the tower. But the great thing is, Nine of Wands, now this is all about resilience. So you're fine. You're completely fine. Listen, this little soldier is standing in front of the wands, okay? He's saying that, yeah, sure, I've gone through a lot, but bring it on. I can keep going. That's you, Aries. That's you. Now, October to December, we do have another solar eclipse in Libra, okay? And that's going to be in your 7th house of partnerships. Are you happy about that? That's amazing, okay? Solar eclipse, that's new energy, all right? Bringing new beginnings. And then we also have that lunar eclipse in Taurus. Again, that's on October 28th. And so think about these eclipses are attached to the eclipses that just happened, all right? In October and November of this year, all right? Now, the funny other thing is we started off, in April, we have that eclipse in your sign, right? Aries, ruled by Mars, war, all right? And then we're ending the year with solar eclipse in Libra, peace and harmony, war and peace going on here, all right? So there could be, and this is, we're going to see that on global scale. I'm not going to say that's something that's going to happen in your life personally, but it's just interesting how that works out, right? The main message, I'm not saying we're going to war or anything. The main message is we're all looking for that imbalance in our life, okay? Everything that we've gone through, we're looking for that balance at this point. So there is no more sparring, all right? So let's take a look and see what's in store for you. You're good. Aries, look at this. End of the year. Knight of Cups, okay? You got the 8 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. How funny that I started off the reading talking about the cups and the lack of it. And I'm like, I want you to put emotion into it. You're going to, okay? Now, firstly, Knight of Cups. You already got the lovers. You got the lovers and the card of love, partnerships, okay? Huge. Now, that solar eclipse that's happening in October in Libra is in your 7th house of partnerships, okay? Remember that. That's very, 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 very important. That lunar eclipse that's happening in your 2nd house in Taurus is money, okay? Money, and Taurus is ruled by Venus, so money, love, things that you value. You're ending this year beautifully. The Knight of Cups, the most romantic person in tarot. Okay, this is new love. This is pursuing love. This is pursuing not only love, but anything that you're passionate about. He just wants to fill his cup. This cup, remember emotions, okay? He just wants to be emotionally fulfilled, and he'll do anything to get it, right? Secondly, you'll be moving away from things that's not serving you well. Lastly, this is genie in a bottle energy. This is a wish coming true. The things that you've wanted. How lovely we end the year with your hopes and dreams coming true and everything that you've wanted. You can see he's actually, the cups are arranged over his head. indicating spiritual enlightenment at that point, but it's almost like he's showing them off as trophies. Look how much I've worked this entire year, and I'm so happy and I'm so grateful. Aries, thank you so much for being here. I love you so much. Again, I'm sorry I'm not in my usual my Brooklyn apartment, but I'm traveling right now, and I wanted to get these out while I have the time, while I have the holiday time. Aries, thanks so much. If you like this reading, it would be great. If you like, subscribe, leave comments. I love you all. Thanks. Bye-bye.